gonna do it.
What's up, YouTube?
And then he pulled all 8 inches out, and he was like, "What do you think about this?" I was like, "Oh my god!"
You were like, "Oh my god, it's love sausage."
It was the greatest
Yeah,
thing ever.
yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
What's up, YouTube?
Hey, Dave, why is the first thing you thought of was love sausage?
I knew you were gonna say
He's
that.
in
Jason.
love with the love sausage.
Hey,
That's his name.
he's hoping he
Dave is
comes back.
constantly looking for behind the scenes for Boys season 4 right now. Season 3, season 4, season 3.
Season 3.
3.
Yeah,
Hey, man, we're here. How's it
Yeah,
going?
we're here.
Oh, don't sound too fucking excited, gentlemen. Come on now.
I mean,
listen, I'll be
it's
excited
starting
when
to
we
get
talk about
hot
a good thing.
well,
yeah.
that's in a few minutes.
But dude, I mean,
it's
we're
starting
there
to get
already.
hot outside. Starting to get hot outside.
Starting to
Oh,
get
we're
a
talking about Goodfellas.
Not yet. That's next week.
Oh, okay, that's when I'll get excited.
So,
Look, all right. You know what? You know
isn't
what?
that the one with Joe Pesci in it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
I look like a fucking clown to you.
Let's just do it right now, bro. I've seen that movie so many times. I can do it right now, off the top
I have
of
not-
the old point here.
No,
have not-
I'd rather not.
I haven't seen that movie in at least 5 years. When's the last time you watched it, Josh? Yesterday?
It was
week?
this week.
Why?
Okay, so
It was-
wait.
it's in preparation.
As I
we got
said,
it
did
next
you
week.
watch it? Did you
Okay.
watch it in preparation?
Okay, prior.
The last time I
time.
watched it non-preparation,
Yes.
month.
probably like January.
Okay.
Probably it was sometime this year.
Okay, remind me. Which is the part where Joe Pesci gets fucking beat to death with a bat and it's like hard to watch? Which movie is that?
That's Casino.
Okay. Yeah, fuck that movie. Spoiler alert, I guess, for
Casino's
Casino.
good too.
Actually, Casino's one of those movies where I feel like my memory tells me it's good, but then the last time I tried to watch it, I was just like, this is like just all these guys who are in this movie have done better movies.
Well, the problem for me a lot of times, and the same problem I have with Goodfellas, is like there's always parts in these movies that there's parts in the movie that are so good, and then there's parts in the movie that I just don't really like that much. So it's like Full Metal Jacket, there's like the whole basic training scene, and then there's everything that happens after that.
I love the stuff after that.
See, I don't, right?
Not
but,
really.
Yeah, in Casino, there's all the shit that happens in the casino, and then all the shit that happens in the end, and then there's all the Sharon Stone stuff, and the Sharon Stone, James Woods, and all that stuff. Like, I could go without that.
So the Sharon Stone stuff is your Bruce Willis stuff from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, like it's fun, but unless I'm gonna watch that for some other reason, I skip it. I skip through as much as I can of it.
Gotcha. Well, how much of this show did you want to skip? Bringing it back.
Episode 1 through 8.
So we'll tell a little story. This is a YouTube only exclusive story. Josh, we had to fucking drag him to watch this show. He didn't want to do it at all, and still doesn't. Actually,
I have self-respect, guys, and I don't like watching. I'm not a kid. Okay.
This show is not for
And
kids.
I watch cartoons. Jason, does your son watch the show?
No.
I wouldn't let my son
He
watch this.
watched. He watched part of the show. He watched part of it.
He watched 5 minutes of this show.
Okay, it's a kid show. This is like Saturday morning fucking cartoons, eating a bowl of
my
cereal.
Okay, so like Josh, for a second, right before we start going on the actual podcast, so this will only be for YouTube. I know you don't actually believe this is for children. There's
Why
no.
not? I was watching Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm not talking
movies when I
about
was like
you.
8
I'm
years
not
old.
talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
Every child should grow up that way.
I don't think we have time to unpack that scenario.
Dude, if whatever reason, some sad child found their way into my care, they would not be watching Disney movies, Dave. They'd be watching Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking cut people in half with saw blades. Commando.
Toy Story.
Anyway,
Josh was sitting. Let's watch Care Bears movies.
Anyway, here's the thing.
Like Care Bears, how about Above the Law with Steven Seagal?
This is the type of if this is a kid show, this is the type of show that Josh, if he was, when he was a kid, would have watched the shit out of this show.
Yeah, probably. Before I grew up and I knew better.
No. So anyway, just wanted to get that nugget out. So just to preface this, so you're gonna hear two sides of a story, and there's three people on here. So just figure out who's on which side. Josh is on an island. I'll just throw you out there. But I have a theory, and that theory is that whatever Josh says from this point forward, he's playing it up. I think Josh actually didn't hate this show. My prediction is that Josh lied to me on what his shadow meter score was, and we shall find out tonight whether that theory is correct.
Oh, Dave.
So
let's say for 10 seconds that you're correct. If I even thought that you thought that now, I would just totally go back in the other direction.
That's fine.
Like, it's a 91.
I was say now I'm going to go even worse. I'm going to give it 100.
That's fine. Because I know Josh. If there's one thing Josh has, it is pride in himself, and he's not going to lie to forsake his pride. So,
yeah. Dave, I noticed you're wearing this shirt over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Metallica announce their first dates of the year?
No. What is that?
Of what year? This
year? Yeah. Playing a festival, and I'm just saying, I'll drive. Okay.
Renaissance Festival.
No. They're playing. They're playing in Louisville, Kentucky, at the end of September. It's a 4-day festival. They're headlining 2 of the nights, playing 2 unique sets.
Hey, you know what?
I'm just saying, guys, I'll drive.
Are we trying to see all 4 days? Or are we trying to just see like the 2 days that Metallica play? That's the only thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah. Here's the problem. They play, it goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They play on Friday and Sunday.
Ugh.
So we got an extra day in there. Now, look, there's good bands playing at this thing.
So, do you have to pay for all 4 of them regardless?
Gonna be there? No, you can do a weekend pass or you can do individual days.
Okay. So, but we don't have to go the first day is what you're saying. Like, we can avoid that.
Yeah. So the first day is Thursday.
I like how this is part of our YouTube video, by the way.
Hold on, I gotta see.
Bless you.
Thank you.
This is a cold open for sure. Also, Wade is stopping by. What's up, Wade?
Oh, Wade's here?
Yep.
What up, bro? Did he even watch watch his bullshit Invincible?
He said, bruh, stop at some point. I didn't catch it. So I don't know when that was. It might have been when you were trying to bullshit that this show is bad.
All right, so the first night is headlined by Korn.
Okay.
And you also got Stained. Look, the only band I would like to see there that day is Seven Dust. But I'm going to go see them in Houston here next month. So night 2 is headlined by Metallica, but you also have Killswitch Engage on that night. Gojira, if you're into that kind of thing. Night 3 is headlined by Nine Inch Nails and Snoop Dogg.
I was just wondering that the other day if Nine Inch Nails was actually still performing.
Yeah, so we can definitely skip that one.
Still alive.
Then Trent Reznor works for Apple.
What?
Really?
Yeah, he's like a technology something or other on the music side for them.
Crazy.
And then the last day you have Mudvayne, Judas Priest, and Metallica.
Nice.
That's a reunited Mudvayne.
Sounds interesting. Okay, I don't even remember the last concert I went to.
The last one I went to, I think, was Guar.
Jason, would it have been whenever me and you saw Tool for Father's Day? Like 5 years ago.
Maybe.
You guys went and saw Tool without me?
It was a Father's Day gift from Tamara and Sally, like when I was living at the apartments that Jason was living at.
Oh. No, Jason's been to a concert since then because we saw Metallica like a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, then that would have been it.
Yeah,
We saw Metallica on the Hardwired tour.
That is also probably the last concert I went to as well.
Didn't we go to Machine Head?
Yep, you're right. Right before COVID,
Dave.
dude. I don't know. I have no memory of anything. No, but when was that? Was that January? Like right before COVID?
It was the January before COVID. Yep.
All right.
There was COVID. There was COVID in that room already, Dave.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then we left before Machine Head played their whole first album.
We were like, yeah. We both said, "Hey, man, you done?" Yep. All right. Let's hit it. That was
Let's go.
it.
They already played all the good stuff. Let's go.
Yeah.
Unless you're listening to Rob Flynn, then it's all good.
Yes. Even though, like,
Let me grab a
No,
drink.
it's not.
okay, you're gonna grab a drink. All right,
This is good.
guys.
This is good YouTube
We're
content.
professionals. This is like the most unprofessional we've been. This is like the longest, stupidest cold opening ever. We've already been online for, we've been live for 11 and a half minutes. Fucking
Hey,
wait.
man, look, all of our fans wanted to know when Metallica was going to play another show. There you go.
I mean,
September 24th.
sorry, Wade. We're about to get started, though, if you plan on sticking around.
All right, I'm back.
All right, are you back?
Yeah. I got to watch these dogs. Both dogs got diarrhea, so like if they even look like they need to go to the bathroom, I need to throw their ass outside.
All right, that's good content.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially one of them's a 90-pound German Shepherd. You should see the size of that.
He takes big shits.
Huge.
All right, that's great.
Huge.
All right. Well, do I have to do this intro? I guess I do, huh?
Yeah. It's just your baby.
All right.
You're running this piece of shit.
I mean, I got the synopsis. You bring the
I bring the
intro,
thunder.
Dave. Yeah. Okay, Dave.
That's a Tenacious D reference. Come on, Josh got it. I saw that chuckle. All right, we ready? I'm gonna start it.
Pull it.
Jason
luck,
just starts laughing.
Pull your dick. Pull it. Boop.
He's a tremor totem, Dave.
Pretend like I don't have it. Actually, pretend like it doesn't exist. All right. Stop laughing. Just mute yourself. Be professional. Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents Invincible Season 1 Review. I am your co-host, David Disaster, alongside...
Jason Tsunami.
The human dirt.
Jason sucks. What's up,
Brought to you by
everybody?
Amazon.
Yes.
Whoa, what's good? Hey, let me come off. Let me come off quick here. Let me tell you what's not good.
Hunters isn't good. Also on Amazon.
That's true. That's true. You can also catch that in our backlog if you want to.
Yeah.
Hey,
If
have
you
they,
wanna
Dread through some terrible
I was gonna say
podcasts.
if you want to be bored.
have they greenlit season 2 for that yet?
That's a good question, and I don't want the
I
answer.
hope not. I feel obligated
man.
to review it.
I hope so. We got to do it episode by episode.
I hope they don't. God, it was so much promise.
Hey,
so much.
hey, you guys know what you guys know what I was thinking like a few weeks ago?
What's that?
Man, I wish there was more superhero content out there for us to watch. Like I was just like, man, there's just not enough.
Not.
And then you guys said, "Hey, have you guys watched? Hey, Josh, have you watched this show Invincible on
It's
Amazon?
amazing. It's amazing.
It's really good."
It is.
It is really good.
This might
And I was
actually
like,
be.
"No,
This might actually be like, no joke, the best show we reviewed.
I was like, no, I haven't watched that because I don't know what it is. Well, it's this really cool animated. Oh, it's animated. Great. Okay. Yeah.
And then basically it was like, no, I don't
Holy
want to watch
shit.
it. Don't want to watch it. And like, Josh, come on, it's really popular. You should watch it. It's very violent. Just watch the first episode. And then he's like, all right, I'll watch it. I'll watch this bullshit. And then we ask him, all right, did you see it? Nah, man, I haven't seen it yet. And then finally, when he watched it, we were like, dude, what'd you think of the ending? 3 letters. Meh.
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 Fucking stupid. But anyways,
Hey, I got a question. Is superhero content turning into zombie content?
have we reached like a critical mass of like?
Yeah.
think
Is
so.
it is
I
it
think we're
like,
getting
oh,
close.
good, more superhero?
Yeah, I think we're getting close.
I think we've got here's the thing. I think there's enough superhero content to where we're not reviewing all of it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Spoiler alert. I don't think that show's very good.
It was. I thought the show was okay. It did what it needed to do. I thought it made Sam look like a viable Captain America.
I think I'm on episode 5.
Oh.
Bro, we all knew where
You're like-
we all knew where that show was going.
Just don't listen to what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But
Anyway, I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day. We don't have to talk about that right now, but since we're here to talk about another superhero show.
yes.
No, hey, look, you're not wrong.
No.
Like I don't care for any zombie stuff.
Yeah.
So
You know-
I mean, we're getting close on the superhero stuff, though.
I mean, the thing that separates this, right, and it's the same thing that separates The Boys, is it's violent, it's adult, very very spicy language. So
Yeah.
stuff is really good. Marvel does a good job on the other side, so at least there's enough of a separation. But I just feel like, I guess for me, like all the DC stuff gets washed away because it's just so blah.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that's
let me ask you a question. On a serious, does anybody really want to watch like some of these other Marvel movies that are coming out, like
Yes.
the Black Widow?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Really?
yeah,
Dude, so go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the only issue with the Black Widow movie is that you kind of know where that story ends, and that's really just the problem. That's a problem more with prequels in general. But I mean, like as far as to answer your question, Jason, and I'll let Josh go finish his thought. But I mean, Marvel movies are just of the highest quality in terms of just entertainment value, which that's kind of what we specialize here on Three Guys and a Mic. So that's
Oh no, what I'm referring to is like to what Josh said. Are we getting close to that point where we have a little too much? Like I'm already getting to that point. Like to what
Superhero
Josh
fatigue?
said as far as, yeah, like this show and The Boys is different. Like the violence alone makes it different.
Yeah.
But like there's another 4 or 5 movies coming that are all from the Marvel universe.
yeah, it's Phase 4.
And yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
just,
they're coming like next year.
But what were you gonna say, Josh?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, Amanda and I have started rewatching in chronological order, like all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Starting with Iron Man 1, and dude, she's like, I guess I don't know if you watch it more later, like more if you just watch more of like Infinity War and Endgame. I guess she feels like maybe a little bit more of an afterthought, or maybe that's how I felt about it. But going back through and watching it from when she comes in Iron Man 2 on, like she plays a big part, and she's a really good character as well. So I'm excited to see that just to get some more backstory on her.
I think
I'm not excited because it's another Marvel movie. I'm excited because it's her.
Gotcha.
the only movie that I'm looking forward to is Black Adam.
That could be the first good DC movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit on the dark side, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like.
Yeah. But anyway, Dave, take us there.
Yeah.
So,
why are we here?
we're here to talk about Invincible season 1. So, this could be. Remind me, gentlemen. So I'm probably an idiot, but is this the first time we reviewed a show in its entirety without going episode by episode?
Yeah, we did like a season 1 recap of Discovery.
Yeah,
season
you're
2
right.
recap,
You're right.
or we did an early recap of that before season 3. So
okay, but as far as a new show, this would be the first stroll through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of something we might we're probably gonna dip more into going forward, and specifically when it comes to shows that are bingeable, or just maybe they're not quite as big as some of the more prominent week to week shows. So that way we're not having to spend 8, 10, 15 weeks on the same content for you guys, so we can actually get a bunch of different stuff out there. So today it's Invincible season 1. Jason, hit us with that synopsis.
All right. Invincible is an American adult animated superhero television series. The series revolves around Mark Grayson, a 17-year-old boy whose father is Omni-Man, and his transformation into a superhero under the guidance of his father. The show parallels the two main characters' rise and fall as we learn the proverbial superhero with Mark, and we slowly go down the dark road of death, destruction, filth, and greed.
that's right.
As the dark secret is revealed over the course of the initial first season, culminating in an absolutely bloody finale.
Yeah. So Invincible is based on the Invincible comic series. That comic series.
Image Comics.
Yep. Written by Robert Kirkman, illustrated by Corey Walker and Ryan Otley. I had not heard of Invincible prior to this show, but I was pleasantly surprised.
So what drew you to even wanting to watch this show in the first place? Because I don't follow along with this bullshit.
So just the cast.
I'll tell you my story.
Go ahead.
I was just flipping through Amazon trying to find something to watch, and whenever you just click it on, you can, for the most part, find trailers. And so I was just kind of going through, and I was actually on a different show watching the trailer. And on Amazon, whenever you get done with the trailer, there's a pop-up menu of similar types of alternatives at the bottom. And I just happened to see it, and I was like, well, what the fuck is this? And I saw it was like TV mature, or whatever the rating is for mature audiences. So I clicked on the trailer for it, and I was like, I'll give it a try, because I literally had nothing to watch. And that's how I came across this show. And then I think me and Dave kind of text each other within a couple of days, both telling each other, hey, have you seen this show?
Yeah. I think we had both already seen it independent of each other. I had just, I'm really into Japanese anime, so I tend to look up for different animation that comes out or whatever. And I think I just happened to see it, and then I saw the cast. I mean, I really like J.K. Simmons, Zachary Quinto. There's some other ones in here.
Walton Goggins is really good.
Clancy Brown, a.k.a. the Kurgan from Highlander.
AKA, you're gonna go with that? He's the prison guard captain from Shawshank.
Well, he's also Mr. Krabs as well. I tried to go for a deeper cut. All right, just a little bit of a deeper cut. Anyway,
please cut me from this podcast.
There can be only one. That's kind of where I found out about it. And then we already told the story of how Josh got into it. He was drugged forcibly.
Yes.
through the whole thing. So yeah. You want to do initial thoughts and then shitometer score, or what?
I don't care.
All right,
go for it.
I'll go first. So, like I said, I was hooked on the show. I'll say the first episode, maybe the first half, I liked the show, but I was like, man, this is a little bit false advertisement. Like it was more violent than a kids show, but it wasn't like, I was like, where's the
Where's the
violence?
MA?
Yeah. So, you're just watching it, you're going, and then all of a sudden, you reach the end of the first episode, and that's when, if you want to avoid spoilers now, you should stop.
But, yeah, hit pause.
Because Omni-Man basically takes out what this universe's equivalent is of the Justice League, single-handedly. And it's not just he beat him up, bang, boom, boom, pow. He's fucking destroying these people. Like he grabs the equivalent of Batman by the ankle and slams him to the ground. And the second time he does it, his entire insides explode
out of his mouth and head.
He breaks. He literally turns the Wonder Woman equivalent, her head all the way around. I mean, he dismantles all of them. Okay.
I think the Red Robin gets it the best.
When he gets his skull like crushed, fucking the mountain style,
like slowly. Yeah.
Well, actually not slowly, because I think it's a slow motion just because it's all happening. I think it's all happening super fast, technically. But I don't
know, but it plays out slow mo.
Yes, and he's just punching him, trying to get him off him, and then eventually he's just punching with like his wrists because his hands are all broken.
And his eyeball pops out.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking just it's brutal. At that moment, that's pretty much from that moment to the end of the season. It's no longer a kids show, and I went back and forth on my Shadowmeter score, but I just couldn't get away from giving it a very, very high recommendation. I'm coming in at a 23.
Okay. Josh, you want to go next?
No.
Okay. I really like the show. Similar to what Dave said when I clicked on the first episode, like I had already made up my mind about halfway through that I was not going to watch this show. Because the first if it's an hour long, the first 45 minutes there's absolutely nothing going on that would hook you into the show.
Yep.
And I was just like, Jesus, man, this is like, there's nothing in here that makes this mature. And then you get to that last 5 minutes, you're like, okay, wow, like this is bloody as shit. So anyway, I really do like the type of animation. It's very violent, no cutesy bullshit characters with doe eyes and half anime stupid ass awkwardness that they sling in some of these shows. Ultimately, I gave the show a 29. I would recommend this to most people, but the ultra violence is not for everyone.
Yeah.
What?
It's just not for everybody. Like I mean, like there's people that are just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to watch this.
No, those people are stupid when it comes to the violence.
I agree.
So yeah, it was certainly not my idea to watch this show. I would have picked other content. Like, can we go back and talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No.
No? Okay. Listen, like, you guys are recommending terrible shows to me right now. Flesh and Bone.
Shadow and Bone, please.
Shadow and Bone.
Yeah.
The Nevers.
The Never-Ending Stories.
The Nevers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, whatever. Dude, those shows are terrible. This show, though, is phenomenal.
There we go.
I love this show.
That's what
I love this show. Listen, it's got everything. Okay, it's got violence. It's got superheroes. Violence. It's got adult language.
Yeah.
And listen, this is a knock. This is a big knock on the show. Okay. It's animated, and listen. That was not a joke at all through this whole process for me. I legitimately am just not a big fan of animated stuff these days.
Yeah.
But listen, like I feel like your brain turns off the animated switch at some point in here because it's so well made, it's very well written, and they have nothing but great actors.
Let's go.
In this show. The actors are fantastic in this. What would you give The Boys in a shit-o-meter? Like, I don't know if we want to save that for future content.
You know, I haven't really nailed it down, but it would for me, it'd be low 20s, high teens.
High teens? Yeah. I agree with you on that. I think I would be a 25 on this show.
Okay.
That's
this
stuff.
show's a definite recommend.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing that even keeps me listening to you guys when you recommend a TV show is this, because those other two shows, shit.
Straight boo-boo.
And that's not a joke. I can't go back to those shows.
We did recommend that those were more like couple show.
Yes.
No. That is not how the picture was painted for the Nevers.
Josh,
No.
not to
Whoa.
digress, but have you and Amanda peeped Mayor of Easttown yet?
No, we haven't yet.
Okay, you should. Jason, you should also watch that with Tamara. It's very good.
What was that on again?
HBO Max. Mayor of
HBO.
Easttown.
Is that the one with Kate Winslet?
Yes, it is. It's very good. It's a detective show. There's murders. It's good stuff.
You know what, Dave? Me and Tamara just finished season 2 of Prodigal Son.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, let's talk about what we're here to talk about.
So we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So first up, we got the good. So some favorite scenes or your favorite episode, however you want to talk about that.
We'll start with the favorite scene.
So
Train scene.
I count the whole sequence at the end. When Omni-Man is just like, listen, Mark, and now it's turned into a meme. I don't know if y'all seen a bunch of memes with that whole part where Mark's just basically absolutely destroyed. But yeah, that whole sequence where Omni-Man is just, I was gonna say Omni-Man is just obliterating Invincible. That pretty much happens throughout the whole show. Invincible is not very invincible.
Dude, how funny is it whenever he starts the first episode, where he starts training him, and like he's like talking about throwing punches. He's like, yeah, more like this though. Boom!
Bam!
And he just fucking punches him square in the chest.
Yeah. And
Mark is just like, why did you do that?
Yeah, he just fucking obliterates him, and he's like, I have to get you to understand, Mark. And he's like, dude, when he grabs him and he's just holding him, and that train is just peeling apart, and Mark is just like, stop, and they're just like exploding. Dude, what about
exploding against his body?
When he's trying to save that woman and her daughter from that building that's falling, and he's holding the mom?
Oh,
and then he
ends up holding her separated arm.
Yeah, he's like, dude, it's like,
or the old lady that he saves and he richochets off the
dude. That was like in the second or third episode, right?
Yeah.
When
he's done, he's holding her, and she's like just disfigured.
Yeah, she's like worse than she was when he tried to rescue her. In that vein, I think my favorite episode is probably the last episode. Just because it ties everything, it kind of answers a lot of the questions that they were posing throughout. The fight scenes, every fight scene I think is a highlight here.
In the show?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is, like I said, like this is the style of animation that I like.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to whether it's gunplay or fighting, swordplay, whatever the fighting style is. This is the vein in which I like to consume it.
Yeah. So, favorite character,
Dave. I had some favorite scenes too, Dave.
Oh, dude, you said I thought you were done. You stopped talking.
I didn't even get a chance to talk.
It was free flow. It was a free flow conversation.
Listen.
Do it, Fossil.
The scene in which Omni-Man shows up at the Taylor's place.
Oh, the guy that should have been dead?
Yeah, after he's talked to his wife. Like,
yeah.
I'm just waiting. I just
the tension was high.
The tension was high, and he's just sitting there and they're having the drinks. The Taylor knows that he knows. The Taylor knows that this man has killed people. And you're just waiting for it to fucking happen. I was actually disappointed that guy was still alive at the end of the season.
Until you found out who played the Taylor.
But that's the reason why I like that guy, Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
so good.
Can we give a shout out?
Otherwise known as the animated Joker.
Yes. Can we give a shout out to Rex Explosion, banging all of Multi Girls?
Oh God!
Are you talking about what's her character's name? Duplicate.
Yeah, Duplicate.
Did you say multi-girl?
Yeah, whatever.
It's clever. It's clever right there.
Clever.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and another favorite scene of mine is when we get the Flaxen episode, in which they keep coming back to kill Earth, and then at the very end, Omni-Man slipped through the portal.
And then just eliminated their entire civilization and existence, more or less.
Yeah, he was essentially in there killing sun up to sundown for what, three months or 3 years or
it was like years. It was years.
Yeah.
In their time.
In their time,
yeah.
Yeah, so good. But
I mean,
I was gonna bring that one up too.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like the I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but the body count in this show is like uncountable.
Well, so I wanted to go back and count the way we had done with like the boys and stuff in the past, but I was like, well, let me watch the season finale first, and then I'll go back. And when he's driving them through the train, I'm like,
You're like, I could go slow. I could slow-mo this.
Look, it's in the thousands, okay? That's what the body count is.
I mean, what about the boat? When he runs through the whole boat. I mean, how many of those people on that boat you think died?
It was Titanic.
Yeah.
Most.
So I couldn't do a true body count, unfortunately, but it's a lot.
Yeah, and he wasn't even trying to kill people. I mean, for the most part, like he's just doing this as like collateral damage to try and prove a point to Mark.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, because like human life just means absolute like it's nothing to him, basically.
Yeah. I think like one of the most quotable, maybe not quotable, but one of the most memorable lines was when Mark's like, "What about Mom?" He's like, "Well, she's more like a pet." Dude, I was like, God damn, that's brutal.
Well, I mean, he says like, you know how long he says something along the lines of, you know how long we live, Mark. You know, like she's a blip in my existence.
Yes,
and it's like
that's what he says when he says he's gonna kill Mark. He says, "I'll just do another blip to get another kid."
Yeah,
I can make another kid.
Man, and it's just like, you think about that like for a second. It's like, if you lived 10,000 years, like I'm not saying that you would call your significant other a pet, but I'm just saying, like, how jaded would that make you feel? And I don't even know if he lives 10,000 or if he lives less or more. Like, I'm just like,
I get the feeling it's a lot longer than that.
Probably.
Feels like it's definitely in the thousands, I think.
It's just crazy how much different you'd probably think about things. Anyway,
favorite characters.
Favorite character.
I mean,
other than Omni-Man, obviously.
I would say Omni-Man is like tier 0. Like he's like up there. Somebody else go real quick.
I have a very outside the box, unconventional character, and I don't even know why. I just like this for whatever reason. It's the Mahler twins. I don't know why, but in the show, they're the clones.
Yep.
One is real, one is the clone. Never really know which one's the clone, and they both.
That's why you're the clone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both profess that the other is the clone. But when they clone the Rex's adolescent body for robot.
Yeah.
There's a time frame, a window in there, which you can tell like they're truly dedicated to the craft of what they're doing scientifically, while at the same time still being villainous and plotting and trying to create the backup plan, which was to go dig up fucking live to die another day, man.
Yeah.
The immortal.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but man, I really thought those characters were really, really cool.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tom.
I had them as my favorite villains.
Oh, okay.
So I'm obviously gonna go. Obviously Omni-Man gets a special shout out, but I'm gonna go with Debbie Grayson, the mom. I'm gonna give a shout out to the mom. She
Sandra Oh.
Sandra Oh, yes. She's for all intents and purposes, from what we see, she's a great wife, she's a great mom. But she's never portrayed as a dumb character. She's very smart, she's independent, she
don't take no shit.
She doesn't take no shit, and she's never, from what I can remember, she's never really ever afraid of Nolan. Not really. She, even though, she doesn't want to believe that he's done these things, she still has to know for sure, right? She doesn't let it go. And yeah, I mean, she's I think she's a very well done character. She could have easily been a throwaway, but I think she's been very integral to Mark's, character development and everything like that. So
yeah, because that's most of his human side. Well, obviously it's all of his human side, but just that's what's so strong for him on his human side is his relationship with his mom.
Yep.
Yeah, and on top of that, whatever hesitations that Omni-Man has are all having to do with his emotional attachment to her and to Mark in that blip of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe she's really good in bed.
Probably is. Speaking of that, I'm going to go with Amber. I think Amber's
that's a transition.
Yeah. I think Amber's absolutely the best character in the show. She's so understanding of what Mark is going through.
Can you just?
No, she's not. She's terrible.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I had my notes flipped there.
I thought we're about to get into it.
Yeah. I'm going with Cecil, played by Walton Goggins.
Yeah,
I love Walton Goggins, man. He is so fucking good in everything he does. He's very much of that guy. If you've seen him before, you'll recognize him, but you probably don't know him by name. But he did a really good stint on Sons of Anarchy, which always makes me laugh. But anyway, I thought he was good in the show, and at the end of the day, he only had the best interest of fucking Earth at heart. He's kind of portrayed as being maybe this guy who's a little rugged and maybe not a good guy.
I thought he was just a corporate shill, kind of, seedy, the very typical seedy, secret organization type of dude.
Yeah.
Which he is, but he does care about,
But it's for the good of, Earth and stuff like that, so he's not being killed by other Viltrumites.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, who wants to know what the fuck is that? What about that room that you can't see if you drink all the tap water? The fuck is up with that?
Conspiracy.
I
don't know what was up with that. That room was a little weird.
Yeah, I guess we need to stop drinking tap water if that's
All I know is that when Omni-Man found out, the shit hit the fan.
Yeah. So
Are we transitioning now to least favorite?
No, so now it's the bad. So we got least favorites scenes or episodes or so what's up with what's on the plate for that?
I think as far as like least favorite episode or scene or anything like that, I think my least favorite episode is the one where they go to college. They go to the college. They get attacked by the fucking mutant.
That the guy who takes people's bodies and turns them into like robots.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the.
I agree.
I'm trying to remember the character name that gets taken over. The guy that the other gay guy's really into.
Steve or Matt.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing.
Rudy.
I keep wanting to say Mark, but anyway. Yeah, just that whole episode. Just because you just really you get the true, and I'm sorry, I'm going to drop this. You get the true cuntness of Amber in this episode.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Because look, unless we want to do what we did with Omni-Man and just say obviously Amber's the worst character, and we all want to pick other characters. Obviously, Amber's the worst character because not only does she not just even show one iota of understanding, even though she's known he's invincible for however long.
Yeah, weeks, I think, at that point.
Yeah. But two, you don't even thank the motherfucker for saving your motherfucking life.
And he was getting his ass whooped.
Bruh. Like, that fucking
bloody
zombie robot thing was kicking his fucking ass.
And then, she's... I'm just gonna jump straight into also just scene. I'm gonna morph scene and character into the same thing as well. Basically, once I realized, or once they revealed that Amber knew that he was Omni-Man for weeks, from that moment on, every scene with Amber became my least favorite scene because you know that's not gonna last forever. Like he's gonna get with Adam Eve, but no.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But in all seriousness, like. I don't know why, and this, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but like I'm not sure why they would write Amber this way, because it just makes her character seem stupid.
You're mad because he didn't go serve homeless people at the shelter. Like, look, I know this is from the fucking that YouTube video or whatever y'all sent out, but he almost fucking died.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, can we just give a little appreciation to Invincible in this situation?
Yeah,
but
I agree. Like my that's my least favorite scene is the reveal where she goes, "I knew you were invincible." What Mark should have just fucking jumped down her throat.
Literally should have jumped down her throat and cut her in half.
And be like, "I break up with you."
Man, like I break you up.
Why is he speaking broken English? Yeah. I break up with you now.
I break up with you now.
Well, I mean, if you to your point, Josh, if we're giving her like a tier 0 least favorite, I have a second least favorite, and that's Robot.
How fucking dare you? You do not speak about Zachary Quinto in that way.
I love Zachary Quinto. Okay, I love the first season of Heroes. All the other seasons are not very good.
What? Spock, bro.
Anyway,
look,
Robot's a little bit. I could do without him, and I don't really know what he's about, but we'll see. I'll let Jason go.
I have a. I'm going deep cut. Adam Eve's dad.
Okay. I mean, the dude has got like one scene, but
what
sure.
a fucking tool. He basically says that she should crawl back to Rex and suck his dick. I mean, that's basically, he says you're lucky to be with that guy. And she's like, he's sleeping with multiple girl.
Duplicate.
Duplicate.
Terrible names.
I know. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this guy was a piece of shit. And then, like, and then when she finally runs away, like, he's still, like, just going on and on and on and on and on. What a piece of shit.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I would go with, secondarily, I would go with the Guardians of the Planet.
They're terrible.
Which team? The original, the OG?
I think he's thinking the OG team, the one that got wiped out.
Not Teen Force or whatever, but, the original one.
Hey,
I don't know. I kind of have this in like maybe issues, but why do all these shows mirror the DC universe?
Because
I think it's mostly just because they're I don't want to say the standard, but they kind of are. Like they're the. I don't know.
they're the ones that you can parody easier. I feel like because
Yeah.
they're just that. I guess classic. There's just the classic Justice League.
Yeah, well, because I was trying to think about this today, and I was like, why is DC always the one that gets mimicked the most? And it's like, if you think back to like 1989, you got the original Batman. Even before that, you got the Adam West series. You got the Christopher Reeve Supermans. Like, I guess Marvel didn't really blow up. What were really the old Marvel movies? Howard the Duck. The original Captain America, which was bad.
The Incredible Hulk TV show, which was awful.
Yeah. Whoa, that's not awful. Fuck off with that. Okay. But Marvel didn't really I guess step its game up until Iron Man. Right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's just too recent, I guess, for anybody to go back and
Wade says
I don't know.
benchmarks.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, Superman, Batman, all that stuff, but I just with the boys being like very DC, and then now this show, I felt like I don't know. I guess I just don't like DC that much, so it's not a big knock for me. But anyway, that team sucked, man. They let Omni-Man just destroy him.
Yeah.
What's the fucking blob guy? What is that?
I don't know. But we've had some crossover. So we got an appearance by Captain Burnham.
Yeah,
that's right.
As the Green Ghost.
That's right.
And
As the Green Ghost.
she got annihilated.
the Green Ghost dead.
Omni-Man reached into her skull and took her crystal.
Yeah.
So on that note, we got the ugly. So
Hey, wait. What was your least favorite episode, Dave?
I just said I put it all into one. I basically said my least favorite scenes were just any of the amber scenes after the reveal.
Yeah.
And I said my episode was the same as Josh's.
Okay, well my least favorite episode was episode 5, where he goes to help Titan take down Machine Head.
Yeah.
I felt like that none of that really fit in with the show. The only saving grace in that is the fact that once again, Invincible just gets his ass destroyed, and so does all the new Guardians of the Globe or whatever.
Yeah,
by a ragtag bunch of villains the Machine Head put together in like 5 minutes.
Well, it's got that lion motherfucker.
Yeah, played by Worf from Star Trek Next Generation, brother.
I will say this: Battle Beast is his name.
I thought he was a Thundercat.
No. But that did set up, presumably, that set up some future conflict because that guy took over the organization.
Yeah, but I mean,
and he's played by Mahershala Ali, so he's actually like an Oscar-winning actor.
Oh yeah. The acting was fine. It's just the story itself in that just didn't make a lot of sense. And I wasn't a big fan of Machine Head. I thought that was pretty lame.
That was fine. So anyway,
you're fine, Dave. Go. You just go.
Got the ugly. So issues. Just Jason's favorite thing ever.
Yep. Okay.
I have an issue.
Go for it.
It's animated.
I kind of felt like that was
supposedly they're working on a non-animated version, a live-action version.
Correct.
So that'll be interesting.
I will say this. I did read an article today talking about the season finale, and the showrunners that are doing the animated said that especially with the finale, it really was beneficial for this not to be live action because there's just no way you could have shot that season finale within the budget that they would have had to have run with.
Yeah.
Especially with the practical effects, the sets, and just the absolute violence. I don't even know if you could get away with making this show live action, like the train scene.
So I just pulled it up just for the sake of it, so we don't give out wrong information. So they're working on an Invincible live action movie. Okay, so it's not going to be a live action television show, and it will differ from the animated series. Whereas the animated series is closely mirroring the comic book arcs, but the movie is going to kind of, take things in a different direction. So I don't know whether that I'm not going to research the whole thing here, but just for clarification.
All right, so you want me to go with one of my issues?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, Dave, you know this issue. This is my main issue with the show. Omni-Man is sent to Earth just as a caretaker until his home planet is ready to punch the ticket, go over there and force everybody to join their colony.
Yeah.
Or they're going to kill everybody on the planet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Why take on the persona of a superhero?
I mean,
you could have just laid low, killed the things that you need to kill, and just bide your time.
Well,
this guy went above and beyond to be a superhero to the planet, knowing full well that at some point his people are going to come and just wreck it.
What better way to learn the defense capabilities, to get everyone comfortable with you, get all the access in the entire world, free reign, and he gets to have a kid, he gets to spread the Viltrumite seed, and
Dave,
all that good stuff.
Dave, did he need to do any of that to go wipe out the entire planet of Flaxen?
But that wasn't on the list. That wasn't on the list, though.
Well, and that's the thing is, so I watched a little video today that was going to give some spoilers on the future of Omni-Man, as this is already played out in the comics. So I turned it off before I got any spoilers. But essentially, he's there to protect Earth until they can bring it in as part of Viltrumite, and Viltrumite can then come in and take over some of the resources and things like that. That's the plan for Viltrumite, is to take on the resources of the planet. So he's there to protect it from things like the Flaxens and all the other shit, to make sure that it's there for the Viltrumites later.
Which explains why he doesn't give a shit about the crime. Crime, he doesn't care about stopping mob bosses and anything like that, because that is what it is. He's trying to stop fucking comets, end of the world stuff is all the stuff he cares about.
Got it.
So
I don't know. It just plays out weird that he
also, we got to have the story, Jason.
Yeah, no, it just the suit, the spectacle, the Superman complex, just I don't know, just to then turn around and just be like, look, y'all are all insects.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's like you could have just done this and just been whatever.
Then you wouldn't have a show.
Yep.
True. It'd probably be a lot more boring, like Omni-Man the bum.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah.
What's up? Hey, what's up with Adam Eve's name?
It's her name is Eve, but her name is Atom. Atom. She controls atoms.
Oh.
Yeah. See, for the longest time I thought it was Adam Eve. I was like, oh, okay.
I never looked it up. Maybe I could have saved myself the question.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think that
also still sucks.
It also sucks. Yes, I was gonna say I don't think that saves it.
I think it's a play on words.
Sure,
but
it still sucks. I have an issue.
Have you ever gone to Adam and Eve website? It doesn't suck that bad.
Jesus Christ.
So, wow. So,
sponsors.
I have a small issue, and I don't know. I mean, obviously it's season 1 and it's early, but Invincible is kind of trash, and I assume that was intentional, and obviously I can't see the big picture because I haven't read the comics. I haven't gotten far enough ahead. I guess I could read the comics and just find out, but I don't think I want to do that.
At this point, I don't want to. I want to be ready for the show.
Yeah, he's kind of just trash.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier because you and me had talked about this. Like, besides the very first two guys that he beats, he pretty much gets pummeled in every fight after that.
Yeah,
he fights Killer Cannon, who's just a guy with a cannon on his arm, and then he somewhat defeats Titan. But then after that, he's basically getting beat so badly he's near death, including the finale when he fights his dad. But at least at that point, it's that's expected. But he just gets flat out ass whooped.
Yeah. Look, his it's like his first couple of weeks on the job, right? So Jason, you weren't good at fucking putting out Ursher CDs in your first week working, in media.
I was the best. The best.
I have another issue, and it's also it's almost like Robot's entire kind of story arc, was a little bit
very weird.
It was very okay. Once we got to the end, I was like, okay, I get it, but I feel like they jumped through a lot of extra hoops to get there. And again, they're following the comics, so it might have played out a little bit smoother in the comic book when you have a lot more issues. You can kind of spread it out a little bit more. But yeah, I didn't know where that story was going until it finally got there, and I was like, okay, I guess, but.
Well,
it's fine.
It doesn't make sense because if you just watch it in the show, it's like everybody is aware of everything that's going on, but nobody knows that Robot's not actually Robot, that he's actually controlled by some puddle of mud that's in a container somewhere.
Dude, his real body was fucking gross.
Dude, that made me think of Krang.
It did. You're right. I wonder if that was the original inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk about how bad Robot is at putting a team together?
I agree, because why is Rexplode or whatever on the team?
He's terrible. He's
throws nickels.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He's worse than Gambit.
I was about to say controversial statement. I was gonna say he's like Gambit. And Gambit
is a poor man's Gambit.
And Gambit is kind of useless when you compare him to the other X-Men as well.
In the fight with the Flaxen, Rex is I'm running out of nickels. What?
Yeah, but look, Gambit has how do you say, a certain je ne sais quoi?
Yes.
Right? Attitude. He's very charismatic. Rexploder's a bitch.
He is.
But I do think that they are 100% in. Rexplode is inspired by Gambit because they are both kind of ladies' men. Although I don't remember Gambit sleeping with a duplicate
with Multi-Girl.
I don't remember him saying "Oh, mon cher" or whatever.
I'm pretty sure
his fucking Cajun.
If Gambit had a chance, he would.
Yep. He was just trying to.
Plus, Gambit's got a staff.
He was just
trying to be the dad of 4 babies right now, all from Duplicate.
Yeah.
You what did you say about Gambit's staff, Jason?
I said he has a staff too.
Oh, he does. You know about that, huh?
A long staff, Dave. Yeah. It ain't love sausage long, but
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, if he touches the staff, does it light up? Like when he touches cards?
On both ends.
Oh man.
Anyway. Dear Lord.
So, man, doesn't sound like we have a whole lot of other issues though. Most of these are, I'd say, more or less petty.
Yeah, I have some good things. We didn't really have a section of just good things.
Yeah, well, we had the good, but if you wanna talk about good stuff, you can.
We haven't the best kills yet.
Yeah, so there was a couple of things in there that I thought were just kind of clever. One of the things I liked that was probably a deep cut that I don't think you guys caught on the first pass, but Mark goes to Reginald Bell Johnson High School, where the principal is actually played by and in name is Reginald Bell Johnson.
That's
And for those that don't know, Reginald Bell Johnson played Carl on Family Matters with Urkel.
Yeah.
nice.
He was also the cop in Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah, so I thought that was a funny deep cut, and then when he showed up in the show, I was like, holy shit! Tell me, and I paused it because it's on Amazon. I have that as another note. The Amazon experience on the show is very good because you can pause it in any scene and see who's playing the actor.
Yeah.
I was like, tell me it's played by Reginald Vell Johnson, please. Boop, pause it. Sure enough, I was like, fuck yes. Just a sweet little deep cut.
Why don't more streaming services do that, by the way?
Oh my god, dude! I get so mad because if I'm watching something on like HBO, like Mortal Kombat, I did that. I'm like, oh, who's this actor? Because I think it was when Cabal comes on. I was like, oh, is that Pedro Pascal? And I pause. I'm like, what is this peasant ass shit? Like, why don't I have the fucking actors right here?
People don't talk about that enough, but they need to get on Amazon's level. Amazon is not fucking around. I think it's because Amazon has the tie-in with IMDb. Because I think that's all tied in together.
But man, that is such a fucking that is a clutch perk of Amazon. I love it.
Yep.
The other thing I had that I liked that I think in the first episode it was like, oh really? That's what we're gonna do. But by the 8th episode, I was looking forward to it every time. Is the title screen?
Oh, dude, that's so good.
Every time they say Invincible, like the first time I'm like, what?
Who's that?
Like,
oh, that's in.
And it goes.
And then it cuts.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of stupid. Maybe that's just a one-time thing. And then the second episode, I'm like, oh, it's a running bit. Okay. But then I'm like, oh, but there's blood, you know?
Dude,
and then by the 8th episode, it's like fucking boom.
They started to get really clever with it, too. Like,
Like, because I think in the 8th episode, it comes up late in the episode.
It does.
It's like 5 minutes in.
Yep.
So I like that. I thought that ended up being pretty clever by the end of it.
What else?
I don't think he actually ever finishes referring to himself as Invincible.
I think he does to Amber, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that's in the,
or does she complete the sentence or something? I don't know.
I think she's the one that does it, but it's like it's like almost like an in-passing style of conversation. No, but whenever he's going to announce himself or be announced, that's when you get the title screen.
Yeah, but I just thought that was fun.
Yeah, I'm very glad that they already have. Normally when shows get greenlit, it's just for a second season, but they've already greenlit seasons 2 and 3 for this show. So clearly, clearly it's been a success for Amazon. So I'm glad about that.
Yep.
And the comic is already done. I confirmed. So we're not going to get a Game of Thrones type situation. So.
What about some best deaths here, Fossil? You got something teed up already that you're itching to get to?
Oh, I got a couple.
Go for it.
We barely hinted at this, but this was when Omni-Man realizes that he's being watched, and there are actually people in his home.
Oh, the troops.
Yeah, and we get the he looks like the adult version of Bobby from King of the Hill, Donald.
Yeah.
In the other house. And he turns around and Omni-Man just grabs him by his spinal cord.
Yeah.
And he hits the red button and blows up the house. But after the dust clears, like Omni-Man opens his hand and like bits of the guy's spinal cord just fall out of his hand.
Yeah.
Dude, that's brutal. Yeah.
The other one.
What does Donald say? It's been an honor or something.
Yeah, it's been an honor, sir.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Who are you talking to?"
Yeah. The another one that I thought was well played was in the finale when Omni-Man is fighting Mark, and the fighter jet comes in, and they spend a couple of straight minutes of Mark trying to save the pilot.
And he does save
Oh, good. You saved his life.
You saved his life.
And dude, he doesn't just kill him. He grabs his skull and just squeezes.
Man.
Like a grape. And the blood just shoots out
all over Mark's face. And Mark is just like, why?
What did you do that for?
He goes, it doesn't matter, Mark. That's what I need you to understand.
God damn.
Like,
dude.
how many people do I have to kill for you to understand?
Thok, the Thundercat, wrecking shop and crushing everybody that was in his path in Machine Head's Tower of Gold.
Yeah.
Dude, when the only thing that and I know this is gonna come off sounding terrible, but dude, I wish he would have killed fucking Monster Girl. Like
You don't like Monster Girl?
What's wrong with her?
It's not that I don't like it. I just think it would have been more impactful to have had one of those actually just straight up died.
I mean,
maybe Multi Girl would be better.
He did clap her. He did clap her with like 2 cement blocks or whatever.
Bricks.
Yeah.
It just crushed her skull.
Yeah. But no, man, that's Robot's main squeeze. Even though they're not children, sort of. Not.
So
He
weird.
is. He's in a young adolescent version of Rex. Like
Yeah, but his brain is. I don't know how that works. That's just a sticky
he's
situation.
11. Like his dinky is still 11, Dave.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't think I don't think that's an 11-year-old body.
Yeah, because Rex is like, "What are you doing in my young version of myself?"
That's what he says. That's exactly how he says it, Jason.
Just
I
pretty
think
much
he's
like
paraphrasing.
I
I'm a
got
linguist.
that. Yeah, multi-girl.
Yeah, multi-girl. And Thok, the Thundercat.
This is not his name.
Yeah. For me, I go back to I think the best kill is the train scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that maybe that's a little bit of a cheat. But
It's
man, I mean, like you're like, oh, you want to help all these people? Okay, here we go. Let's stop the train. And I mean, all they do is explode. About 500 people right there.
I know. I when that scene happens, I'm like, what are we doing? Like he's holding him from in front of the train. Like, how is he going to hurt Mark?
Yeah, but his goal
And then
is not
as you see
that.
the people are flying at him, and you're like, your brain is trying to process what the message is.
So
and then you see these people just start to disintegrate.
Sterling says it's the body of a 15-year-old, not an 11-year-old. It's a 15-year-old dinky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jason.
I mean,
So
does that make it better?
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Here's what I'll say. Like, when that train scene happened, I, in my head, thought, okay, the train is going to bounce off of them and, like, just crash. Yeah, people, and everybody's going to die. I didn't know it was going to get peeled like a banana.
Yeah.
Like, which actually, not to bring up The Boys again, but the shows are similar enough. Which kind of reminded me of something Homelander said in The Boys, where
About the plane.
He's like, "What do you think is going to happen if I try to stop? I have no moment. I'm just going to fly right through this thing.
I'm just going to fly right through this fucking thing." Yeah.
And that
I
train
got nothing
thing,
to stand on. I got no leverage.
that train thing made me realize, wait, that might track. Like, that might be correct. Like,
Yeah.
like, because if you're trying to stop it, like, yeah, you're just going to fucking go right through the train.
Yeah, you're just like a post.
So I wanted to bring this up, but we don't have a spot for it. But Homelander versus Omni-Man.
Well, hold on, wait. Do we? Okay, I'll save this other one for predictions. Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So first off, who's more evil, or either one of them evil?
Well, I think Homelander's probably more evil because I feel like you got the Thanos syndrome here, right? Where Omni-Man thinks he's doing this for the betterment of Earth.
Yes.
And ultimately, at the end of the day, Earth. Or Urath, depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Whereas Homelander is just like, yeah, he's just kind of
out there,
being kind of like a little evil child. He's like a little Joffrey.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like Homelander, I think ultimately is probably more evil. I I think on a grander scale, Omni-Man may be more evil just because, I mean, he just obliterated a whole train full of people.
And he already has. We've saw him take out a civilization. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like no mercy. Like he hunted down every single living soul on that planet and killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
I think ultimately, I think Omni-Man is probably I think he's the victor if they fight.
okay, that was gonna be my next question. If they all out brawl, we think Omni-Man takes him.
I don't know, man.
I don't look based off of only what we've been able to see. 8 episodes of Omni-Man and whatever it is, 12 to 15 episodes of Homelander. Like we haven't seen Homelander really like uncork. I think all of his strength and ability.
Yeah, and I think that's the
I think
thing
the strongest.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think the strongest we've seen Homelander is when he crushes that dude's head against the fucking brick wall while he's getting his cock stroked by Stormfront.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree. I don't think. I feel like when we see Homelander do anything, it's almost like, oh, here we go.
Well, I will say this: I 100%. I want to see, and I felt like Josh probably wanted to see this too, especially after that last episode. Josh wants to see Homelander open it up like Omni-Man did at in the last episode, and just really like full on. Like we almost saw 100%. It a little bit in The Boys season 2, like during that like kind of dream, like whenever Homelander was kind of like just dreaming or daydreaming.
Yeah, and he fucking cuts down like half the crowd with his laser eyes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so good.
So yeah, no, I agree. I think Omni-Man is probably the victor if they fight.
I do not know. I'm going to say that I am undecided because I don't think we've seen like Homelander full extent.
On. Now it would probably destroy the planet.
He's certainly
Earth.
More entertaining.
It would probably destroy everything on planet Earth if they fought.
Here's the deal. Do we get Homelander and his clone Black Noir to go against Omni-Man, or is it just Homelander versus Omni-Man?
It's
Black Noir technically is the same thing.
It's 1v1.
Yeah. Why does the peanut allergy just exclude him from it?
Yeah, and not to throw him in there, but he is. I feel like we should bring it up. Is in Josh's least favorite superhero. Superman, loses to Omni-Man, I'm sure.
Yes. Definitely. 100%.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Superman is shit.
I am curious though if we are going to get Thok the Thundercat versus Omni-Man. I'll be honest. Like I was disappointed that Thok, after just crushing everybody in that room, was like, "What? Thok is his name.
Okay,
it's Thok the Beast or whatever." But
it's the Battle Beast.
My thing is like, once he did all that, like he just like, you know what, man, you guys suck. I'm out of here.
I
thought you guys would be a challenge. Yeah, and then he just kind of blips out.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping
we can make that a prediction.
Yeah.
Yes, that was going to be my thing.
So let's transition into predictions here.
Are we going to get that fight?
No, I think he fights Mark, and Mark is stronger.
Thok, the Thundercat.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So here's the deal. In my limited amount of research today, I've discovered that Viltrumites get stronger with age.
Yes.
And so the older Mark gets here, the stronger he's going to get, which is bad luck for him and his dad, Omni-Man, here. But next time Mark sees this guy, he's going to be exponentially stronger, and I think he's going to destroy the old Battle Cat.
Yep.
Okay.
But I don't think that's a season 2 thing. I think it's going to be a season 3 thing.
Okay. All right. Well,
I have a prediction.
Okay.
I have a prediction that we open up next season, kicked Amber to the curb.
Oh yeah. I mean, we got to get with Adam Eve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I need Invincible just absolutely pile driving Adam Eve in the next season.
Wow.
Do it while they're flying in the sky, bro.
I mean,
But
look,
man, I mean, look,
you
like
you and
Amber,
me,
I liked Amber early on in the season.
I did until you realize that she's stupid.
she's a twat.
When
Yeah.
she kicks old boy in the nuts and saves Mark's life early on in the show, I'm like, okay, good for Amber. I like her. But then when she, no longer cares that, he saved her fucking life,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm out.
And the world.
So I hope she's gone.
Yep.
What if somehow
You cut out, Josh.
What did he say?
Can't hear you talking.
Nope.
Can't hear you. Now I can
There you
hear
go.
you. Wait. Oh,
Ah.
God. Professionalism.
Yeah. Whatever he was saying was earth shattering.
Whatever he was saying, I mean, look, Josh is
Like-
invincible. Actually, if Adam Eve and Mark were smashing in the beginning of an episode, she'd be like, "Wow, Mark, your stamina is invincible."
Invincible.
So
Like-
stupid.
Hey, you got protection? Yeah, it's invincible.
well, what if? Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if somehow the guy that is changing all these people into like robot zombies, what if he abducts Amber and turns her into like some super robot zombie? I guess maybe not because he's working for like the.
Yeah, I was about to say he's working for
Whatever
them
season
now.
now. But what if she
But-
somehow becomes a villain in the show?
Is her superpower being like I don't
cunt?
know, vindictive cunt?
There you go.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Maybe look, I'm going to sign up for that prediction right now. She's going to become a villain in this show, more so than just a popular villain that she is right now, but an actual villain.
Okay.
Hey, look, that's a real life. That's a
Okay,
real life
so-
big boy prediction right there.
Okay, so big picture. We have Omni-Man leave the planet and head off into the galaxy, assumably going back
To
to
Viltrum.
Viltrum. So, what's the deal? Is he coming back with the posse?
I don't
Because
think
I
I don't think
don't
we see
see that
Omni-Man in
happen.
season 2. I don't.
that would be extremely unfortunate.
It would.
Well, maybe you see Omni-Man wherever he's at.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will say I will put it. My prediction is that we don't see Omni-Man back in the solar system in season 2. Maybe not even season 3. They might save it for like a season 3 like cliffhanger.
Finale.
Yeah.
I hope you're wrong because like
Well, you have to give Mark time to get stronger, right? Unless some
I
event
agree.
happens that some event
Well, I
happens
hope
where
we-
he gets powered up or whatever.
well, I'm hoping we don't get like 2 years later.
No.
To start season 2 or something.
But if he goes to another planet where time is accelerated, they could solve it like that. Similar to how
Maybe.
Omni-Man went to that other planet.
And annihilated everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe. What else we got? Anything?
Yeah.
Any open questions that we had left from the finale?
I didn't really. I mean, well, the demon, right? So where's that demon at? And is he
He's in
coming
hell,
back?
Dave.
I know where he is, but I'm just saying,
Where-
like,
that's where demons come from, Dave.
are they going to bring him back?
No.
Yes.
What about the Mr. Immortal?
Yes. I mean, that's obvious. He's coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, they stapled his head back on.
They did.
Yeah,
Probably.
that dude's like, his power kind of sucks. I mean, then he's like really strong, and can he fly or can he just jump really high? I can't remember.
He's flying.
No, he can fly.
He's the equivalent of Superman, basically, except he lives forever.
Yes. Well, yeah.
No, he's like Wolverine.
Sort of. Yeah.
Well,
who can fly?
I don't know. Like how I don't. It's kind of unclear.
Well, yeah, like his role in this super team or Justice League is a little bit more ambiguous because Omni-Man's clearly the Superman.
Well, Omni-Man was never part of the Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah, Omni-Man wasn't part of the Guardians of the Globe. He was
so what?
I put the Immortal guy as like the Superman because he's the flying guy who's really strong.
Yeah, he's the leader.
Yeah.
No, he sucks.
I mean, he does. That's why he got his fucking head chopped off with a fucking pimp slap.
Twice.
So let me get this straight. If he can't die, what the fuck was he doing in the grave? Like just resting, waiting for somebody to, hey, can somebody put my head back on?
No, I think somebody's got to like put him back together. Like if he gets severed, it looks like he's toast. But if someone can somehow tie it all back together, then I guess he's okay.
Sterling says, did you see his flashback? Dude was Abe Lincoln and King Arthur. I didn't notice that.
I read that in my research, and I was like, during the flashback, you get the fact that he was like in the war, and he was this, and he was that. I missed the Abe Lincoln, but it is written. It is in text. I did see that.
That's funny. I didn't notice that. I don't have any other predictions for myself.
Either do I. Like I said, I was just based off of what the show gave us at the end, as far as going forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't think Omni-Man's going back to Viltrum.
Maybe not.
Like maybe he's going to another planet that maybe he's got a brother or he's got somebody like a mentor or something that's out there that maybe he goes and seeks that person out versus going back to Viltrum. Because if he goes back to Viltrum without conquering the Earth or bringing those guys back or like doing the process, it's gonna make him look bad, right?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I think so.
Maybe he's doing the equivalent of going to the bar, after work.
Yeah,
just gonna like take some time away.
Yeah,
because we don't actually know. I guess do we know without dragging this out, but do we know when Earth is set to be conquered? I mean, you figured it was soon since Omni-Man just decided to go crazy.
Yeah, I assume the clock was ticking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once Mark got his powers, the clock was ticking.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, because everything did happen right after that.
So, I guess we'll find out, huh?
Yeah, sooner rather than later. Anybody have any idea when this next season is gonna go?
I do not. Let's see if I can find out real quick here. Invincible Season 2. Does this have a release date? No confirmed release date.
All right.
No, that's okay.
I'm sure it'll be next year.
And that's fine. But, all right. Well,
I think that's it, huh?
I think we've successfully completed another podcast.
We've done it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Are we, Dave, your birthday is next week, right?
It is. It is.
Next Saturday?
It is next Saturday.
Are we doing a podcast on your birthday?
Unless, as far as I know, we are. I mean, unless something changes during the week. If I have something planned that I don't know about, then yeah.
Well, I just need to know if I need to watch Goodfellas 3 times this week or not, all right? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
I'll try to let you know sooner rather than later.
All right. Live long and prosper.
Take it easy,
is the first time he's ever watched